trace, copy, write. That's how kids learn to write their names. Yes, but how do they learn to trace? How can they learn to copy? And how would they begin to write? Let's break it down to help facilitate this learning process. Hi, my name is Mimi Samsoneth, and you're watching One Mom's Perspective on how my daughter learned to write her first name. My daughter's name is Alice. I call her Allie. She is 4 years old and was born with trisomy 21, also known as Down syndrome. Before Allie learned to trace her name, she met 3 conditions. There's a video for each of these 3 conditions you can watch in detail on my channel, One Mom's Perspective. First, Allie recognized and knew all the letter names and letter sounds. Secondly, she understood to respond with Alice when asked for her name rather than Allie, which is her nickname.
Alice Simpson.
That's right, Alice Simpson. Good job. Thirdly, she was able to spell and read ALICE as Alice, so she was already familiar with the shape, sight, and structure of ALICE. These 3 conditions provided the concept of name, therefore expedited the learning curve for Allie from tracing to writing her name within a 2-month span at the age of 4. Do you want Mommy draw the car, or do you want Mommy color it? Which one?
I want Mommy color it.
Color it? Okay, here, color. Color. Coloring is one of Allie's favorite activities. She learned to differentiate coloring an image from drawing on the lines of an image. Drawing, in this case, is actually the skill of tracing. Allie's interest in actual drawing independently and drawing pre-writing strokes before she began tracing her name were also helpful in facilitating the learning process. Drawing and not coloring.
Oh, look at that tall, wavy grass.
It's so tall.
Can't go over it.
Have to go through it.
There's no river.
There's a big river.
Ooh,
Can't go over it.
we can't go. Oh.
Tracing activities can be on paper, on board, on cards, even on junk mail. Beautiful writing, honey. Almost anywhere or on anything, limited only by a ceiling on creativity. Tracing on, through, or on the back of images are also tracing activities.
Oh,
You got it?
no.
It's the first time you got it. With letters, start with clearly visible dark color, then lighten it up as tracing improves. Mark with dots where the strokes begin and remove them as tracing improves. Introduce lines. Similar to tracing, copying activities aren't limited to letters or numbers. Copying imagery can be quite riveting to see the image appear, or even the imagination of the image itself can be motivating. Copying is a skill more challenging than tracing, one best brought out with confidence. With writing, it is important to have begun practice with precise stroke patterns. Minor deviations can be readjusted. Without any guidance on stroke patterns, it may seem like the learning to write process would restart from scratch at some point. Writing in capital or lowercase letters first do not need to be of concern because writing is writing. And writing a name or writing anything improves with practice over time, once writing is learned. 3 on the bottom. Good job. A. Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
You write your name. High five.
Look at that.
You write your name. High five.
1 cat,
one cat?
Cat.
More than one
Cats.
That's right, this is plural.
Plural.
Good saying the word plural. Thanks for watching.